The mom there they have me a pardon. Girls for 14 years when you're menses. Obu anyo on any minute. The one anything one top man. And to scare the man there, you know, a bob will be anwa or top pad. Pad is just a boy a day.
Hello and thanks for joining us on today's edition of BizTech on GhanaWeb TV with me, Ernestina, Serwaa, Asante. Traders have bemoaned the rising cost of goods and services on the market. According to them, the rate at which the prices of goods and services keep increasing by the day has made living in Ghana a bit challenging. My colleague Stella Sogli Dziedzorm has the full report.
The Ghana Statistical Service has revealed that inflation for the month of July hit 31.7%. This means that this is the rate at which the prices of goods and services have increased. But we are in a Ghanaian market, the La Paz new market, to find out what the actual situation is on the ground and what factors have contributed to the price increases. In the last 6 months of 2022, the Ghanaian market has been hit by an increasing surge in general prices of goods and services, a situation that has been attributed to the Russian-Ukraine war and the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. Vegetables now turn just last month and as the last 2 months, now prices net the same.
Oh, vegetables am turn ya chepa. Na vegetables am turn vitamin turn a year. But on say you to me nyano obey 2 million. Give pepper na wo form kama. Nyima nyina. But why fan say be 6 months near dear. Ye kwa untumi kura. Ibo aye din give pepper cabbage. Enya asam koso oba no sika nyina asa. First give be fan say be 4 months near no. Na ye to say basket we no. Etim turn be 40 cedis. Say half no ye turn 40 and say 70 cedis. Your times in 30. It will talk by 30 time and son. There's a one common. The Obanyano Aquadim. First, I made it by 14. With me turn 1 cedi, yes, and 2 cedi. They say I'm quite 70 cedis. Is I'm told about 2 cedi. And I'm about 1.5. There's a musical and a board, one. Me bar, me turn is that. And they say about 2 cedi. Yes, I 5 cedi. Any first about 1 cedi, no set quite be brave. Then I say any born, I drink.
Imports have been a major contributing factor to the rise in inflation this year. Whilst the situation has been a result of the depreciating Cedi, another factor has been the ban on exports by some producers due to the invasion of Ukraine by Russia. One commodity that has been affected is oil.
Na anwano na 18. Sa abushun we mu about 22. Tembi abakobi ayetum. Tembi aba physical so me wodi amikoi anwan ni eto ne sei obakwani atum kosua kora de one kora de nasem kora de enwanwa kosua yetan 12 cedis me ba ana kasi na 30 cedis enkitu akora wo so enkitu akona na 26 kosua hwefo man ka onfa bi onfa ana kora de ne kan bo fom kora wo ka mo se aduro ne bo ayden aburo bo odin aduro edugumodi ende ne bo ayden sem bebiri endi kosua se create nam ebi ko 35 kosua ketwa 28 29 isi nyema ni bibia bo ayden ti se o me mo mpa enforce yesre wom ma ne ma no kofom yenya home kakra yesre wom sire Ghana mpanfo ma ne ma ne bu ne bo ayden dodo.
Fuel prices have gone up by more than 50% in 2022 alone, pushing the cost of transport up. Traders have bemoaned the rippling effects of increased transport fares on the prices of their products.
Bruno last month net 12 cedi. Say na for fraba so monte so ye ne bo na bebi ejina na ejina. Say 14 cedis. Nti omo hwe hu no me bibi ma ye na say ne ma ne bo ye de. Ana beans ne so. First ne turn 25. Last month 25 na ye ne so ye ko okrom ne bo ye de. Say 30 cedis. Ombo amonto. Wo ka de bo akire obi na okọ. Oba wa akasa sa onto. Say me nyina bo ye de. Nti omo tete so mai. Na ja ye nya bi ntone so emeton. Local rice no first no na ye to boto no. Omo de mai 3 million. Ene ye kwa omo 4.2 ye ntimi nto. Local na kra bo ye de nche abrofo de ye no. To omo ti local no so. Na ye ntimi nto bi. Na ye say local no so obi andi. Na abrofo de ye no so ne bo ye de. First no ye to abrofo de boto no 3 million. Ene ye kwa 3.5. 4 million ye ntimi nto na ya beton. Nti omo to lorry fam no matoto bibia so. To omo tete lorry fam no so na ja. Ye ntini e man so ma enye bi nto.
Because of the rising cost of goods and services, some traders want to go out of business.
Nkosua die no kura nyame ne boye de pa me pe ko ma jaton e dem ko fa nkosua 29 cedis ya me boa no 5 cedis me de 1 cedi me de be 4 million kwa koma me nyonko me ton ani nyina adaka 4 million na me fa so pon 40 e no 15 cedis e wadaka ba akoro nso enti ne boye de oba nso na fa abobo omo nsesa ma wo nti na adwuma na wo ye no hu na ni so hu adwuma wo ye na ni so nkosua fo na so mo che say ho no farm ba mo farm na mo di free ba na ho na ne bo no free omo say aduane na mo to man kokko no ne bo ye den eni nti dem ba eba na so bi aka ye no ye ko se bi ni ma na akra na ekwakofa o baba na lolo fe no so baba na wo fa so ni nyina lolo fe no ene kaya no ajefa nti adwuma na wo ye no anse wo tun da bia bako na yato da bia bako na yato nti e ma enyam fa so bia nti to ade na wo nwinwi je se de se wonya na wo ma didi no wonya
For commodities whose prices depend on seasons, they have a different story to tell.
Say lorry fare transportation in your can win it. Enya to transportation one na aka bibia so okofa wo de begu kamu anyway any e kon to so a omo a okofa 100 na your commission 100 bia omo beje ye de beto ba yere so to ni be say bia 6 million na obeti a commission first nanka e ba foforo na commission here 22 Ghana 220 Ghana. But bano na commission so na so ye dey te na ba from they say commission akodu 150 Ghana ena nkitu abayira ne dey nkitu akra na e wo from eno so commission akodu 120 Ghana.
Now calls for the reduction and total scrapping of taxes on sanitary towels have intensified amidst the rising cost of products. But how far has that call gone?
Pardon, they say yes, near 10 cedi. And a president first near 5 cedi say 8 cedi. Chaco wine ever by the 12 cedi. Some on a day, I'm better make us some because some on the baby omutum. The beer, some on the beer omutum. The anaya did 2 cedi no, they say 4 cedi. Say they did a crop at 2 cedi, just 3 cedi, can see a 6 cedi, 7 cedi. Them mom they have me a pardon. Girls for 14 years when you're menses. Obu anyo ne ma minute. Do one ne no Untold man. Enti scared the man na ya hin no abobo bia no akoto pad. Pad susu ne boy de. Enti nipa na hwele so onye sika ntop pad. So obefa boy. Obefa boy. Boy ne de anya bia nto asa boso me so benye sika. E ma ne de akoto pad. Eno susu de nyinsa baba. Ti e man na yetim de say ana ye den. Tore to kura mpo de ne bo from kura 15 cedi. De ne bo from kura. The neighbor from 15 cedi. See, I will focus on money because it's in the day because we told to know you pad and we samana or can 3 million. And then man to school was almost double. It's only a feed a day
While many have called on the government to help matters by reducing fuel prices and other taxes, some people believe a collective effort by both citizens and the government will go a long way to solve the crisis.
They may can say almost so many miles, but my fear home to poison a baby, so saying it me boa bano. The no money at Tom, a crab better than that also. esa mesika sema de kra betimi agida because de bia ye to no mem na mesika sema de kosoro enti ani a de tonfo ni nyina wo se nyina hu se ye ni ane ye de abo ye ho ye nwia mo na abusanfo bia beto ade ni bi enti no mo ne kofa bai ye nti so mfa emfaso ne engusu bebre de enti te so se bia obi a betimi ato bia nwia ho nche na o man so betimi atu mpon mi fa bibia ansha aban no ye ni aye mo aboye ho se ye ni aye nipa na Ghana fo ni anse esuban a aban ntimi nya hwe ti ye ni e wo oman yi mo no awase etimi de san ye ho ye adwen ne etimi bo abraba pa betimi aso enya mo man etimi atu mpon.
Per the answers gathered from the folks here at the La Paz New Market, the prices of goods and services have gone up astronomically. According to them, this has been the highest rate that they've witnessed since they started doing business. They also say that Ghana's situation needs urgent attention. My name is Stella Dziedzorm Sogli for BizTech on GhanaWeb TV.
Thank you, Stella Sogli Dziedzorm, for that report. Up next is Biz Headlines. To our very first story, PURC has announced an increment in water and electricity tariffs. Electricity tariff was increased by 27.15%, whilst water tariff was pegged at 21.55%. According to PURC, these new tariffs will take effect from Thursday, September 1st. In a press statement cited by GhanaWeb, the Executive Secretary of PURC, Dr. Ishmael Aka, noted that in balancing the interests of service providers and consumers, the PURC acknowledged that the very economic variables that have occasioned the steep increases proposed by the service providers also affect consumers. The Commission added that some level of increases in utility tariffs were inevitable if the nation was to avoid another doomsday and its attendant effects, including job losses. The Commission therefore decided to increase the average end-user tariff for electricity by 27.15% and water by 21.55%, effective September 1st, 2022. He noted that these rates represented the positions of all stakeholders in the utility space in line with Sections 3C of PURC Act 1997, Act 538. The Ghana Cedi has now been classified as the worst performing currency in the world after Sri Lanka's rupee. The survey by the international news organization Bloomberg has shown that the Cedi came in the last but one place among other 150 currencies in the world in terms of performance since the start of 2022. Bloomberg said the results came after it tracked the performance of 150 currencies in the world. Since the start of this year, the Ghana Cedi has suffered persistent depreciation against major trading currencies, especially the US dollar. The fall in the currency is due to the demand for forex as it overtook supplies during a period when high debt and low investor confidence made it impossible for Ghana to access the international capital markets for borrowing. As of July this year, the Cedi lost its value more than 20%. The local currency is now trading above 10 cedis to a US dollar on the exchange rate market. Meanwhile, the Bank of Ghana has given the assurance that it is implementing measures aimed at addressing the fall of the Cedi against major trading currencies. The monetary policy of the Bank of Ghana has increased the policy rate from 19% to 22%. This comes after an emergency meeting was held on August 17th to address the hike in inflation rates, which currently stands at an all-time high of 31.7%. The central bank in an August 17th statement said, under the circumstances and considering the risk to the inflation outlook, the committee decided on a 300 basis points increase in the monetary policy rate to 22%. It also said The latest consumer price index released showed that the headline inflation accelerated further for the 11th consecutive month to 31.7% in July 2022 from 29.8% in June 2022. This was driven by food and non-food price pressures. The producer price inflation for July this year has hit 41.2%, the Ghana Statistical Service has disclosed. The year-on-year producer inflation for all industries was 41.2% in July 2022. The monthly change rate was 1.9%. The manufacturing subsector recorded the highest year-on-year producer price inflation rate of 57.4%, followed by the mining subsector, which was 23.9%. The utility subsector also recorded the lowest year-on-year producer price inflation rate of 1.3%. Producer price index measures the average change over time in the prices received by domestic producers for the production of their goods and services. The newly established Office of the Registrar of Companies is now mandated public institution responsible for the registration of businesses in the country. This comes after President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo recently launched the ORC, which has been established by the Companies Act 2019, Act 992, and hived off from the Registrar General's Department as a separate financially autonomous office. A statement issued by the ORC and cited by GhanaWeb explained that the office will also regulate all types of businesses, entities in the country, phasing out the former functions of the Registrar General's Department. That's all for today. Thank you very much for joining us on today's edition of BizTech on GhanaWeb TV. This program airs every Friday on the same platform. Before we go, do log on to www.ghanaweb.com for more stories. Do well to follow us on all social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at the GhanaWeb. On YouTube, GhanaWeb TV. I am Ernestina Serwaa Asante. Do have a lovely weekend.